Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to the one and only Touhou tier list, because this is my thing, I guess. Touhou 18 card tier list, because I got inspired by a lot of people are actually making tier lists about Touhou 18 cards, but I don't know how they make it. I don't know how they decide it. You can see them in the tier list website basically, but no one making a video out of it yet. So I will take the throne to make a video out of it. And basically we have S class, A, B, C, D, and one that I would say it's really hard to say, uncategorized. Oh my god, uncategorizable. Basically we cannot categorize those cards. So Touhou 18 has been a very special games for a lot of people because of the cards mechanics, the selling trading mechanics, which is really interesting. We using our brains to actually which card should we use and which card do actually benefit us. So today I'm trying to make a tier list and trying to explain you of how the hell that this cards working in Touhou 18. And I spent at least 6 live streams. I don't know how long it is. If you say like one live stream is 2 hours, so 6 live streams maybe like 12 hours, not including the time I play this game offline. So that is how I collect all the cards. I can always modify the games, right? I can always modify the games using like cheat, or I can always just download from other people save files, but I want to do this the honorable way. That's why I'm doing all of those live streams, all of those attempts, collecting all the cards just to lead to this video. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I drink 2 Red Bulls already today, so you know the deal. Subscribe. We almost 1000 subscribers. So S means it is really super amazing card that can save your run in this game. It may be your key to survive in this harsh game, And A card is a pretty useful cards, and yeah, pretty good cards. That's what I want to say. B, it can be essential or like working in a pinch, or like it's a good card, but there's always better option in A or S. And C, it useful but in a very specific situation. And D is like borderline useless. You don't want to get this, you don't want to use this at all. And yeah, uncategorizable is basically you can't categorize. For example, the blank card. You cannot categorize this thing because it's nothing. It's cancel all your cards, it's do nothing. If something is do nothing, which means 0, you cannot compare the number 0. The next card will be the full life and the full spell. Well, I mean free life or free bombs, it's amazing, right? But there's always better options, which we're gonna cover later. But if you don't have those better options, you can take this. So I'm gonna just put this on B tier. On the other hand, we have this fragment of life and fragment of spell. You need 3 fragments of life to get 1 full life, and you need 5 fragments of bombs. But this is not obtainable by trading, this is just obtainable by killing some enemies. So yeah, we cannot do anything about this, we cannot compare this. Okay, next is the money comes and goes on its own card. That's the name of the card literally. It's basically just free money. And after finishing the boss, you get the money, you get the option to choose this. For me, money system in this game is a little bit unique, but a little bit rigged because of how we can exchange power for money, right? So money is actually not very essential. You need money to get cards, but it's not really that essential to get more money. Yeah, it can be okay in a specific situation, so I'm just gonna put this on C. And the next is the rabbit, the dango Ringo Dango card. That's basically the name of the card actually. It gives you power, just instantly gives you power. It can be okay, it can be work in certain situation if you don't have the better card. There's always better cards in terms of power increase. But compared to the money one, I think we can put this on the B class because of how actually working on a pinch. If you don't have those better cards, you can always have these cards. The next card is the Phoenix Tail. It's increase your lives by 3. It's pretty rare, so it is an S tier card. You can't get this by default. You find this by chance. Yeah, depends on your luck. Okay, the next card is actually to bundle. Basically, I think we can say this a bundle because these two came from Raymus. It's basically the same things from the same character, but the first one is giving you the homing amulets and the second one is giving you the piercing needle. The first one is basically homing amulets. It's not that strong, and the piercing needle is strong, but it works differently, specifically. So it's basically the same. So I'm gonna put this on C because for me it's not very much difference. And Marisa is the same condition. It's not really increasing your damage. Marisa in this game is unfortunately pretty weak. I don't know why. Even the Master Spark is kind of weak. So I'm just gonna put this on C. So the first one is basically giving you the laser, and the second one is giving you the missile. The missile can really block your vision a little bit. The laser is not really that strong, so yeah. So Sakuya's card, the Maid Knife, I'm gonna put this on C because of how difficult it is to control. But the second one is actually not that bad. It is actually really cool. I think the one it's called Maid Knife, the Ricochet. I think that's how you say it in English. The Ricochet, the red knives, to put it easier. It's actually really good, and I just realized it is actually pretty good. It's actually even better than Raymus homing actually. So the next one is the frogs, the exploding frogs from Sanae Shot. It's a B tier because it is pretty strong. The snakes are actually the better version of Raymus homing. Sanae is just basically too broken in this game. Moving on to the next card is basically half goes. Half of the half is 1/4. It's really useless. It's so hard to control. It's also really weak. So I'm sorry of you Yomu lovers. It's D tier. The Shanghai Doll is, on the other hand, is really useful card. The doll is actually really strong. It can cover the part that you can't reach. Basically a better version of the homing. And we have the Ice Fairy. Again, as much as we love Cherno, I think we can all agree that this is really useless. Like, what even is this? The spread is not even. It does no damage, like at all. No damage at all. I think this card is just exists to be made fun of. So yeah, sorry Cherno. So moving on into Okina's backdoor. Slightly cheeky sexual jokes here. Okina's backdoor, it can become handy in a specific situation when something attacking us from behind. However, the hitbox of the backdoor is small. It can only shine on stage 4 or above actually when something spawns from behind. In stage 6 is really useful in this spell, but overall it's not really that function properly. So yeah, C tier. The UFO card, it is awful. It's really hard to control, so I think it's D tier. I don't need to explain it more. The next is the Ancient Magatama. It's another bullet remover tools, but it's certainly much better than the UFO one. But yeah, it can work in a pinch, but it's always a better bullet remover. So this is a C tier. So it is Nitori's card. It's increased the radius of item collection. So as you guys can see here, here's with the card and here is without it. Pretty cool, right? But it is essential for surviving? I think not. So this is C. The next one is a Kanako's card. So this is much better collecting tools rather than the Nitori's one. It lower your auto-collect height. Look at this. And this is without the card, so basically this is pretty cool. B tier. Moving on to the Death Elixir. So this is a super card. This is an S tier because this is like, if you guys are bad at death bombing, this is basically free death bombing tool. A very amazing and useful card. You know, Arian's products are always amazing, right? S tier. Next one is Rabbit's Food. So Taste card, it is pretty good actually. It increase your death bombing times, so increase your reflexes, and you won't losing money if you dead. So pretty good. It's powerful one, but it is actually pretty useful. So I'm gonna put it on A. So the next one is the wolf looking card, but it's actually Saki Kurokoma's card. Law of the Survival of the Fittest, that's the name of the card. It increases the power of your regular shot. So basically it's free power-ups. It's pretty strong card as well. So this is A. The next one is the Sutra card, Byakuren's card. It's massively buff your bombs. It can be really handy in boss battles, so make it like quicker, quiet, wasteful in stages part. So we usually have problems in stage part, so I would say B tier. Next one is Koishi's Hat. So this card, it is a groundbreaking system because for the first time ever, we don't have to worry about crashing our body into enemies. You can only get killed by bullets actually, so yeah. And you also lose less power after dying, so this is pretty good card. A. The next one is the Bursting Red Frog. This is Suako's card. It makes your shots more explosive, so it can catch some of those small enemies around them. It is pretty specific situation to use because they are specifically used when you like enemies are packed on the screen, but homing amulets can always does better job, so this is a C tier. Tengu's card, Aya's card is the speedy card. Depends on how proficient your movement is. It can be good, but me, yeah, so uncomfortable to use actually. The next one is called Idol Defense Corps. So this is Mayumi's card. It is, I think, the worst bullet remover in this game. I can stop the upcoming bullet in front of you, but only one, and you need to wait for a cooldown as well. So yeah, why is this even exist? The next one is Princess Kaguya's Secret Stash. So Kaguya's cards. It produces a full spell card. After you die, it can be pretty handy to have more bombs after you die, but you need to die first, so C tier, because you want to survive, you don't want to die, right? The next one is the Tanuki card. Tanuki Mamizo's card is making you receive 1 power instantly, and you only lose your power down to 3.0 at minimum. So this is a really good card. So this is an S tier for sure. When you die, you don't have to worry about losing power anymore, so you're still strong. The next one is the Danmaku Ghost, Yuyuko's card basically. Another bullet removal tool, but you have to grace to achieve that, so it's pretty okay but pretty specific, so C tier. So the next one is Kiketsu Martriarch. It makes enemy produces more money. I mean, why you want to get more money in this game? You can always exchange your money. If you're lacking money, you can always exchange with power. So this is like C tier, I guess. It may be okay. It may be working in a pinch, right? The next one is Shikieiki's card. Money is the best lawyer in hell. That actually sums everything up. This card is pretty much awful. In order to get a free death bomb, you need to have 200 money first. So you need to exchange 200 money in order for you to get a death bomb, which is already been covered very well with Erin's card. Collecting money is not easy either, especially in the early games. Just look at this. It's terrible, right? Yeah, you know, we have Erin's elixir from before, so this is D tier. Why do you want this? Seriously. The next one is the Jizo card. This is what I said before. We have like a superior card than just a mere one full life card. You get one free life, and every time you clear a stage, you get one life fragment. So it's not like the best of the best card, but this is a pretty good card, so I'm gonna put this on A tier. On the same thing also, we have Pachuli's card here. Well, this is like superior cards than the one free spell, right? Same as before, you get free bombs every time you like finish one stage, so this is another A tier one. So the next one is the Lucky Cat, Mikey's card. This is a must pick in stage 1 actually. If you want a better card to survive, you need to sacrifice the stage 1 card for this card, because this is increase your luck. So the next one is Yamawaro Shopping Techniques. Now you can buy discount card with Takane's National Bank. As I said about money in this game earlier, it's not a big deal to be honest, but it can be useful in very specific kind of times. If you want a pricey card or something, it can be okay, but it's a C tier. It's not really that important anyway. The next one is the Dragon Pipe. It's the 3rd stage boss card. It increases your stock of lives, and a life fragments appear if you manage to capture a spell card. Well, if you're good at capturing spell card, then okay. But it can be bites you back if you fail to survive the spell card when you think like, oh, I can do this, right? Well, in fact, you make mistakes and then you died later. So yeah, pretty good card, but it is a B tier for sure. The next card is the Centipede card, a super powerful card, but depends on your skill, because if you survive without bomb or dying, you can gradually increase your power as you killing the enemies. It's a really good for speed killing enemies. Just note this, you need to survive everything without bombing and dying. So this is like the pro card, kind of using this card quite often if you want to speed kill the game. But we need something to make us survive, because we are bad at the game, right? Including me, I'm just like you guys, I'm pretty bad at the game. I wouldn't say myself a pro in this game. B tier, probably. It's still pretty good. So the next one is Yukari's card, Yukari's Border. Now, this is revolutionary. If we are bad at restreaming bullets, which we probably are, right? Then this card can be your wild card. You can use this as an unlimited amount of times without any cooldown whatsoever. This is an active card, right? You can just freely press C to the other side. And for me, this is the best card in the game. Literally, nothing can save you from getting cornered by bullets other than this. So this is an S tier card for sure. So the next card is the Miracle Mallet. As the first card you get in the game, I understand that this is a bad bullet remover card. It only wipes a small amount in front of you, and it has a long cooldown as well. It has also a long delay. It also reduces enemy HP, but again, the delay is pretty long, so it's pretty tricky to use, so I'm gonna put this on C. So the next one is the Thanos Stone, aka Tenshi. I think this is the best bullet remover card in the game. It stays pretty long, really long time to be honest, and the cooldown is actually not that bad. It's pretty fast, so this is A tier for sure. So moving on to the next card, this is Clown Piece card, Moon of the Madness. It is pretty good card. It deleting some of those bullets in front of you is not too good. I think the Thanos Stone is so much better. So yeah, the cooldown also pretty long. So this is B, I guess. The next one is Miko's card, so it can thin out bullets, but same as before, I think the Thanos stone is still much better, so this is B tier. The next card is the Remelia's card, the vampire card. This is the best instant thirsting tool in the game, I guess. You can dealing a massive amount of damage and it far much easier to use than the Miracle Mallet one. So I think this is an A, not really an S tier because it can still be pretty tricky to use. You can basically run off enemies. So the next one is the Nuclear Sun. This is A tier at best. So this is a massive sun that not only clear the screen but also stays in a long time. The only massive downside of this card is the cooldown is really long. So you cannot use this card often, but nonetheless it's still really powerful card. So yeah, A tier. The next one is the Seasonal Fairy, the stupid fairy. What's her name again? Lily-White. Now this is a straightforward, a terrible card. This is a D tier. Not only you spawn Lily-White, but after killing her, you only get one fragment of either life or bomb fragment. So why you wanna get this card? The next one is Raiko's drum, the heavy bass drum. It is like the worst version of the season release in Touhou 16, but it has cooldown, so it's pretty bad, almost borderline useless, because why you want to use this? But it can work in like very specific situations, so in a C tier I guess. So the next card is the Psychokinesis. It's Sumireko's card. Again, this is something that I didn't understand. It can like reflect enemy bullets. It can delete basically, except lasers. But we have the great Thanos stones from before that can block enemy bullets for a long amount of time. It is pretty good, but there's always a better option. So B tier maybe? Yeah, B tier. So next one is the Tsukasa's card. This is basically the concept of Touhou 10 or Touhou 11, where your power is your bomb, which means you need power to use this. It means it's okay, but we got few cards that can give you free bombs anyway, so again, better options than this. So B tier. The next one is the Tengu Barley Rice. Instant power up if you don't have power. If your power is full, you still get some benefit by getting a bomb fragment. So you can basically use this many times as you want because it's fall under active card category. The cooldown is also not too bad, it's pretty fast. So finally another S tier card. And the last but not least is the card that, that helps you breathe in low oxygen. It's basically just a storyline card in the extra stage. You cannot equip this card in any other stage, so yeah. There you have it, a card tier list. Finally, my job is over for Touhou 18. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we really close to 1,000 subs, so please subscribe. It makes me happy. If I happy, I think you can also be happy, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Goodbye.